Welcome back to another YouTube video. It's your girl Christicella here, and in today's YouTube video I actually wanted to take my time, sit down with you and have a very honest conversation. I've been in this industry for a really long time. Arguably, some of you have even had me integrated into your health and wellness routines, and for that I'm very grateful. I've also had the privilege of learning from my mistakes and being able to sit with you here today and give you as much feedback as possible to help you in your fitness and wellness journey. I really won't stop until I see every single woman in the world move their bodies and feel powerful about themselves. I can't stress enough how I genuinely believe if more people moved, the world would actually be a bit of a happier place. Call me delusional, but that's my belief. In today's video, I actually wanted to break down 5 of my most recommended tips when it comes to anyone. Regardless of if you are an expert in the field, a newbie just coming in for the first time, or someone who's in a bit of a funk, these tips and tricks should really help you in your fitness journey. Before we get into it, leave a thumbs up as it goes a long way and I can continue to make as much videos as possible for you, so I deeply appreciate that. Let's get into tip number 1. The first tip that I'm going to get into is you're only as good as your plan. It's as simple as that. You're only as good as your plan. You have to have a solidified plan on what you are doing and anything that you want to succeed in. Whether that's your job, whether that is you planning a wedding, whether that is your fitness routine. Stop thinking that you're going to come online, find a few workout videos and hope for the best. Working out, yes, it's simple, but equally it is complex at the same time, especially if you don't know what you're doing. With everything that you want to achieve, whether it's aesthetic or whether it is just a wellness goal, you have to have a plan. So I'm going to help you build one out right now. Step number 1, establish your why. What is it that you genuinely want to achieve and why do you want to achieve it? Let's take example A. Lucy wants to lose some weight. That is what her fitness goal is. She believes that by losing weight, it will make her a happier person. Amazing, that is an established goal. The next step is Lucy needs to identify what she is able to do with the resources that she has and also the schedule that she has. Oftentimes we feel very overwhelmed because we add a lot of pressure to ourselves to deliver those results as soon as we possibly can. By adding so much pressure, you're not actually giving yourself any longevity. And the wellness game is all about longevity. So now we've established your schedule. We know that you can train 3 days a week at your home. You can't make it to the gym. You've got kids running around. You've got to make dinner and you've got work the next day. Perfect. You've been honest with yourself. Step number 3, Lucy has turned around and said, okay, now I know that I want to lose some weight. Now that I know I can offer my wellness routine 3 days a week, I'm going to download a plan. I'm going to download a plan from a person or a site that I feel most comfortable with, or I'm going to do some research to actually develop my understanding of health and wellness. We live in a world where you have resource at the fingertip. So actually, not knowing what to do is kind of not an excuse anymore. An easy win for you is to download the Evolve You app, for example. Or another thing is to head on over to Google or YouTube and find free resource. The reality is you do not have to overcomplicate your workouts. If you have a 3-day-a-week split, focus on an upper body, a lower body, and a full body routine with intentional moves, such as foundational moves, which are deadlifts and squats. Once you've got your foundational moves, you can add in some accessory moves or even unilateral moves. If you really want to know how to work out at home or in the gym, I have so many free workouts. So implement those into your routines. Now you have a plan, you've got to actually stick to it. Oftentimes, we tend to let our feelings determine what we actually end up doing. Your feelings are not the plan that you put in place. Sometimes you don't want to go to the gym, you're tired, you're exhausted, you've had an argument with someone, but then you're fundamentally letting yourself down. Every time you choose not to show up, you are choosing not to respect yourself or honor your body. It's as simple as that. Blunt, but kind of honest. At the same time, scheduling in your workouts similar to a doctor's appointment means that you are going to prioritize them. It means that fitness doesn't need to overwhelm and consume your life, but you are taking control and scheduling in your workouts where it fits your life, not the other way around. So number one, plan, plan, plan. Tip number two, you're only as good as what you know. And what I mean by that is, a couple of years ago, you may have remembered, but I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease called Hashimoto. And since then, you really can't get rid of autoimmunes. You kind of just learn to manage them, you learn to deal with them, you can take medication for them. But really and truly, it is your environment, it is the foods that you have. In that time frame, I also fell pregnant with my first son. And unfortunately, I also had preeclampsia during my pregnancy, which meant my body was in complete overdrive. So one of the things that I really wanted to do post-baby was really identify how I can best work with my body. How can I best work with the autoimmune that I have? So I'm not working against myself, but actually working hand in hand with myself. And that's why I'm so happy to announce that I've actually partnered with an incredible brand called Superpower. Superpower is a platform that can truly help you live a much more healthy lifestyle with longevity in mind, and you truly knowing what you could be deficient in, what you might need in your health and wellness journey. I had an incredible professional come into the comfort of my own home and run some tests. Those tests helped me identify what my body was deficient in when it comes to any nutrients, whether my cortisol levels were off the chain, and I could actually register what I needed, don't really need to focus on, and what my true results were. Once your results are taken with Superpower, they will go and run multiple tests to really help identify what you need. After the results come in, you will have a platform where you can really monitor all of your results. It's really simple to do, it's really clean, and all your information is, of course, private. Superpower also tests you for over 100 biomarkers, which is absolutely incredible. So when I got my results, I was actually pretty chuffed with them. So it turns out that I'm technically 20 years old. So that's 10 years younger than what I'm actually am, which made me kind of happy. And it also showed me what I was deficient in. So it showed that I was really lacking my healthy fats, which was a shock. So I need to up those, which is also a good thing because I love my peanut butter and avocados. But also my cortisol levels are quite high. And if there's anything you know about autoimmune, if your cortisol levels are off the chain, your autoimmune flares up. And that tends to happen to me. Whenever I was eating high processed foods and my stress levels were off the chain, my autoimmune was flaring. So now I really know that those two elements are something that I really need to control myself in. The other things that it will tell you, especially as a woman, is if you have an iron deficiency. So let's say you're on your time of the month, you can really make intentional habits to eat more protein, to increase your iron intake, to really help you with your longevity and day-to-day life. I've included a link in my bio if you're interested in the service. I really think you should do it because it's so informative to genuinely know how your body is operating. And thank you, Superpower, for believing in me as much as I believe in you to offer the service to my community. Tip number 3 is I'm gonna need you to lift some weights. I don't care if you're a woman, I don't care if you're a man, I don't actually really care what your fitness goals are. Every single human in the world should be lifting some sort of weights. It doesn't mean that you need to go to the gym and start lifting 200 kgs and breaking your back doing that. You still need to lift weights. The studies and the journals and the reports supporting lifting weights outweigh any of the cons, okay? I'm not talking about you becoming like an absolute meathead and going crazy. If that's not what you want to do, you don't have to do that. Lifting weights is going to help with your bone density. It's going to help with your longevity. It's going to help you pick up your kids. It's going to help you walk when you're a little bit older. Yes, this is wishful thinking, but if there's a way that you can help yourself, why are you choosing not to do that? So I understand weights can be really scary. Where do I start? What do I do? So let's break it down. Start with dumbbells. Just start with dumbbells. 1 dumbbell is all you need. You don't need 2. 1 dumbbell, I'm going to need you to do some of the basic moves, which I'll list here in this video. A squat, a deadlift, whether that's a chest press, whether that's an overhead press. Start with your fundamentals. See how your body reacts to them. The rule of thumb is you train for different purposes. For strength, hypertrophy, growth, muscular endurance, time under tension. There's different things and different variations in which ways that you can train. But if you really are a beginner, focus on muscular endurance. So that means a rep range of 12 to 15 reps, do 3 to 4 sets for me. If you can go beyond 12 reps and you really can't feel the weight and it's pretty comfortable, it's time for you to increase your weights. If you're focusing on strength, you're gonna have to really lower that rep range down. So you're gonna focus on a rep range between 3 or 5 reps. And if you can't get even to 2 reps, then that's you in your max rep. So if you're focusing on strength, try and hit 3 to 5 reps and really focusing on getting that form right, getting those reps done, and increasing the weight gradually. If you do want a breakdown on how to grow your glutes, how to grow your muscles, here is the perfect video for you. This is a much more in-depth video on hypertrophy training, rep ranges, and so much more. Tip number 4 is sleep. We don't get enough of it, and women need it more than men do. That's just the truth of the matter. And especially if you're a first-time mum, or you're finding your feet with a new job, or you're just an anxious person, sleep seems to kind of go out the window. But I can't stress enough how if anything that you want to achieve when it comes to aesthetics or your health and wellness, if you are not resting and recovering enough, there is no point doing it. I would much rather you have 3 to 4 sessions a week than 6 and you're not getting enough recovery and rest. And part of that recovery and rest is sleep. Do everything in your power to prep yourself for sleep. So what I've started to do as well is 1 hour before I go to sleep, I try and decompress. Whether that's through taking magnesium, whether that's limiting how much usage I have on my phone, whether that's reading a book over watching TV, do anything that you can that can help you truly get restful sleep. Another thing is try not to have Another tip is try not to have the room too hot. Having a cool environment is also going to help you sleep a little bit more. Take into consideration that when you are actually sleeping and you have proper sleep, that is when you're making the most progress as possible, especially if you're taking your strength training very seriously or your hybrid training very seriously. You need to be resting and recovering. So if you're not doing that, maybe it's time to focus on that before you actually focus on moving your body. Number 5 is an interesting one, but I often think that, especially in today's world, we're so used to just scrolling and seeing things and scrolling and seeing things, and we often are like, wait a minute, why is she built like that? Why does he have arms like that? Why can't I get that? Majority of the time, genetics plays a huge factor in the way someone looks. And I think the reality is we are all built in a very different way. And our body requires different things. And that's why having a plan that better suits you is going to be pretty much your biggest life saving. It's going to literally make such a difference when you really know how to work with your body as opposed to against it. When you really know what works for you rather than what works for someone else. And I think talking about genetics shouldn't be something that's uncomfortable by the fitness industry. Because yeah, of course, every trainer in the world wants to push their workout program and wants to make a quick sale. But let's be honest, just because I can look a certain way doesn't mean you're going to look like me or I'm going to look like you. Oftentimes, a lot of people do have enhancements that they're not open about, that they're not honest about, right? And first of all, I don't think that's right. I think you always have to be honest and genuine with people because it can cause a lot of misconceptions and it can make people feel really lost along the journey. However, working with what you got is really, really, really important, but it doesn't need to define you either. So I understand that women have a lot of hormonal imbalances. They go through a lot of autoimmune problems, and that can really, really, really cock block them from the results that they want to get. But it doesn't need to define you. Again, you have to work with what you've got, not what other people have. There's a massive difference. You can be inspired by me, I can be inspired by you, but I have to accept that I'm never going to look like you. So acceptance is a massive tip that you need to engrave inside you. You need to just accept it and move on, but work with what you have and also not fall victim into the mentality of, I'm never going to see results. It's never going to be me. I'm never going to be happy. This negative talk and the way you're speaking about yourself, you'd never speak like that to me. You'd never speak like that to your best friend. So why are you speaking like that to yourself? So accept that you're not going to look like anyone else. Don't be defeated by the things that you are working with. Work with what you've got and really understand that all of this is about consistency and longevity over quick results, scary fads, and constantly comparing yourself to people online who you will never be like. So, I hope these tips help. I hope you found them useful, assuring, or I hope you found some comfort. I'm always here to help, so if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And I have a bunch of videos that you can follow. So if you're struggling with starting the gym, tips on how to strength train, how to do specific exercises, I highly encourage you to spend some time on my YouTube channel, making notes, taking those tips with you in the gym, and really making the progress that you deserve. Thank you so much for watching. I love you always and forever, and I'll see you next time for another video.